guys, this is Inga. Welcome back to my channel. As you guys can see in the background, it looks a little bit different because I moved apartments and the kitchen in this apartment is slightly bigger, which is really nice because that means I can move around a little bit more. If you guys are interested in a kitchen tour of sorts, you should let me know in the comments below and I'll make it happen. But for today, I just wanted to do a fun little recipe. It's summertime and I'm really craving like just a refreshing fruit tart, and also because I really miss those really pretty looking desserts at cafes and I want to be able to replicate that experience. So I'm going to be making a strawberry fruit tart today. It's going to be pretty simple and straightforward so that you guys can also make this at home. All right, let me get started then. I'm going to start off with the tart base. For those of you who have watched my lemon meringue tart video, it's the exact same crust. I really wasn't kidding when I said this is my go-to because it's not that sweet, and I really like the addition of the almond meal because I feel like it helps elevate the flavor, which is always nice. Now I'm just adding in the powdered sugar. Super important to add in some salt because that helps to bring out the sweetness. And then I feel like you guys know this already, but I love, oops, I forgot to take the peel off, hold on. Gonna wash this again one more time. As I was saying, you know how much I love adding zest to everything. It's subtle, but you still taste it. I feel like I'm in a garden with like lemon and lime trees right now. This video is a little bit of me just rambling, but I also love fruit picking. It's literally one of my favorite activities ever. Now that I have all the dry ingredients in here, I am just going to pulse it really quick. Got my butter right here. It's just cold unsalted butter. You could totally brown the butter if you want to elevate it even more, but I am not gonna be extra today. I'm gonna run this again. That's looking good. It's looking pretty sandy. Last thing to add is just an egg. It is coming together. Take this out carefully. Don't hurt yourself. Sprinkle a little more flour on here and just roll it together to form a dough. If you put as much zest as I did, it's going to smell pretty incredible. I love seeing the little specks of almond in here as well. Basically, once I form it into a dough, I am just going to wrap it up like so. So now I have my little dough baby and I'm gonna chill this in the fridge for 30 minutes before I roll it out. I just buttered my tart pan real quick, but here I have my dough. It is now slightly more firm. I'm gonna roll it out now. We only need it to be big enough for our tart pan. All these beautiful specks of green and yellow and brown. I love it. Super simple way to add in some texture and flavor. I feel like a lot of times with baking and cooking, we feel like all the fancy things can only be done by fancy chefs, but honestly, there are so many ways to do it yourself at home. So this is my own way of doing that. Here is what I have currently. Put that onto my tart pan. Even if it tears and cracks, you can just, you know, press it back in and it will be okay. Don't worry too much. There is nothing we can't fix. I love the idea of being able to present things in a tart. It just looks even more enticing to me. All right, so it took a bit of time. For now, this is what I have. I'm just gonna dock it really quick to make sure that it doesn't puff up. Then I'm gonna pop it in the fridge, let it chill again, and then I can bake it off, and then we can get to the rest of this tart. I figured now would be a good time for me to get started on the filling. It's just going to be a few ingredients. I also like it a little lighter and slightly tangy again, since that's kind of my go-to flavor palette. So I have my trusty bowl here. I'm going to add in my cream cheese. Originally I was thinking of making a cheesecake, but I was worried it would be a little too dense. So I'm still using some cream cheese for the flavor, but I'm gonna add a bunch of other things in there as well. I'm adding in some sugar. I usually try to put less sugar just because I feel like when it's overly sweet, it kind of takes away from the flavor of the dessert. And then to help with the tanginess, I am adding in some sour cream, a little bit of vanilla, and of course, I am also going to add a fresh squeeze of lemon. I'm curious to know, what kind of desserts do you like? Do you like pie more or do you like tart more? I'll be able to see who actually watched this video if you can answer this question. Speaking of which, I'm planning on doing a Q&A soon, and I'm probably gonna ask for questions both on YouTube and Instagram, maybe on Facebook too. So just remember to subscribe so you can stay updated and also be notified for when I am sourcing questions. So once I have all my ingredients in here, I am just going to use a hand mixer. I recently got this, so I don't always have to rely on my stand mixer. We're just going to mix this until it gets light and fluffy. It smells like cheesecake in here. Oh yeah. It's definitely tangy. It has this almost like yogurt-like texture and flavor, which is totally what I'm into. So now that I have my cream cheese mixture, I'm going to whip up my cream in another bowl. Beautiful thing about hand mixers is that it's super fast. We are ready to combine the two. All right, that should be good. Just going to gently fold it in. You know what I forgot? Lemon zest. Folding it again. It's just this creamy consistency. This fruit tart is really just my version of trying to eat a tart and a cheesecake at the same time. Here's what my tart crust looks like. It smells like a buttery almond cookie, which is very nice. So now I'm just gonna fill it up with the cream we just made. Oh yeah. And just making sure we have a nice layer going on, getting all the corners. You guys can see that it is not too liquidy. I'm not too worried about making it super smooth because I'm gonna be covering this whole tart with strawberries. So this is good to go. I'm gonna chill this in the fridge now while I prep on these strawberries. And I am so excited to show you guys the strawberries because they look amazing. We can finally get to what is probably the highlight of the tart. Especially for fruit tarts, I feel like it's so important to make sure that the fruit is really good. I remember when I traveled to Japan, they have these like really expensive fruit stores where they would sell these desserts, like these amazing fruit pies or fruit sandwiches, to kind of highlight how amazing their fruit is. So because of that, I'm gonna be using some pretty fancy strawberries today. Specifically, I'm using these really fancy looking ones. You can see even just from the packaging, I feel that they are pretty precious. They're also so perfectly red. They almost look like the ones from anime. Hold on, I'm gonna try and open this really carefully. I don't trust myself. The last time I tried to open like a jewelry box, I dropped it, so. Ooh, they look so good. I really wanna eat one as is. Maybe I should eat one as is. It just looks unreal. It totally looks like a fake strawberry. So pretty, my goodness. You guys, I love strawberries and I love fruit, and this is heaven. Oh my God. So the reason I really wanted to use these strawberries, wait, okay, I forgot how good these were. They literally like melt in your mouth. It's like a burst of strawberry juice. Wow, now I am really excited about this part. Granted that they are a little pricey, I think though that if I want to make a really fancy and high quality dessert, this would be worth it. I'm thinking of layering the strawberries in like a circle pattern. So I'm going to actually cut each of these in half. I'm gonna try and be gentle here. I really want to make sure I eat most of this strawberry. All right, so we're just gonna cut this in half. Ooh, that is satisfying. It's like a perfect heart shape. I'm gonna keep doing this so I have all my berries ready. It's like strawberry heaven, you guys. There we go, these beautiful strawberries. I also have one whole one here that's going to be left as the centerpiece. I have now pulled my tart out of the fridge again and I am ready to assemble. Gonna start off with our middle strawberry, start placing my berries around it, and I'm just gonna keep doing this. Knowing how expensive these berries are definitely making me freak out a little bit, so trying to stay calm. Last berry going in. Oh my goodness! This is what we have right now. Look at it. Wow, this looks so good, but I am not done yet. I'm gonna pipe some cream along the edges just for extra decoration, and also paint a thin coating of glaze on the very top to make sure that it's shiny, and then it's done. Oh my God, I'm so excited! So scared of destroying it, but this is the highest I can go, but look at it, it's so pretty. I also used a lot of strawberries. I used more strawberries than I intended, so the price of this tart is pretty extravagant, but knowing how good these strawberries are, I'm pretty sure that means this tart is gonna be fantastic. So I am not gonna wait any longer. I'm gonna cut a slice. All right, this is what we have. It's a little bit melted because I was taking so much time decorating. I'm just gonna go right for it. The filling is just as I wanted. It's like slightly sweet, slightly tangy, and the tart shell gives it a bit of almond flavor and buttery flavor, and the strawberries obviously are the highlight of this dish. So definitely give this a try. I feel like this is an easier recipe that you could make to impress your friends and family. Find the best strawberries you can and have fun making it beautiful. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!